We're at Leeds Museum Discovery Centre this morning. My name's Antonia Lovelace, I'm the curator of World Cultures, and we've got in front of us a Tsantsa, a shrunken head from Ecuador. Leeds has had this shrunken head in its collection since 1947, so over 50 years. But we really don't know that much about it in terms of how it came. We know that we purchased it at auction in a country house near Tadcaster. The house was called Scarvingwell Hall, and it was in the ownership of the Maxwell Stewart family, who's since sort of left Yorkshire. We have no notes from the auction, so we sort of assume that it was brought back from Ecuador by a member of the family, but it's just an assumption and we can't say that it's a fact at all. We've got with us today Janet Fletcher, who's going to look at the head and try to ascertain whether it's human, one, and two, whether it is authentic from a particular area of Ecuador that Tsantsa come.
My name is Janet Fletcher. I'm an osteoarchaeologist and I have experience with primates and humans, mummified humans, which is why I've been asked to authenticate this head. I work at the University of Leeds. Because some of the Tsantsa are fakes and were made using primates, what we try to do is establish first whether it's human. And the criteria I use are look at the ears, and you can see that the human ear is quite intricate, and most fakers would not go to the trouble of making this as complex. And so, as you can see, the ear there looks human. There is a slight enlargement of the earlobe. That's possibly because there is a small hole, and that hole indicates there was a piercing. In the hairline, as you can see from pulling the hair back, the attachment of the hair looks perfectly natural. Each individual hair is as it should be. And in the hair itself, there are also slightly grey hairs. Both the hairs in the head and the hairs on the eyebrows look perfectly natural. And another indicator of the hair around the nostrils region suggests also that this individual may have been in his late 30s, early 40s, so possibly a successful warrior to survive so long and would be quite high status. In terms of the head, the forehead is what we call laterally compressed. It looks as if somebody has just taken the forehead and pinched it. This is part of the process that the shrinking creates, and it is, as is the pulling forward of the face, because the head becomes so much smaller. And the other criteria we use to judge is the colouring of the skin. This black is a colour that's applied, and in an older specimen, not one that's been made fairly recently in the past 150 years or so, you start to get the yellow showing through underneath, and there is certainly the sort of wear that would again indicate authenticity. Now, we have discussed the anthropological aspect of this, and one of the things with the genuine Tsantsa is the piercing in the crown to put the cord through where it was carried and attached to the belt, and this stitching around the neck, which is reinforced with split cane. Now, apparently from discussions with Antonia, this is an indication that it is authentic, because the materials look as they should do from the region, as do the chonta piercings on the lip. As far as internally is concerned, you can see a difference in colour between the outside and the inside of the cord. The hair has been pushed through, and there are indications that the hot sand was used in order to clean the inside as part of the boiling and shrinking process.